This is a special episode of Change Yourself, Change the World. We're watching the vice presidential debate. We're about 10, 15 minutes in, and we're just going to do a side commentary on the bullshit they say. Let's see what happens. I'm looking forward to hear some Mike Pence. I forgot what his voice sounds like. And Kamala Harris. God.
You hear this what he just said right now? How he told Kamala Harris she's politicizing this vaccine.
And it's true, she is politicizing the vaccine. Reform the criminal justice system? This chick. Reform doesn't mean good. It just means you changed it. You could fuck everybody over.
Everyone just talks up what they are. Doesn't mean what they did is any good.
So weird. Man. What channel are you watching it through?
I don't know. I'm on YouTube, so like ABC, I think.
MSNBC?
I think it's on ABC for this one.
Well, I'm watching through Fox News. That's why.
That's why what?
Debates on every network.
Is it different? Like
they go through. They're at different times, I think, because I'm hearing different.
Fox. I'll go to the Fox News one.
Okay.
Oh, it's a different perspective.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, how is it so black? Like the behind the why is everything so dark?
I don't know.
I miss live audiences though, because I like to hear live audiences talk shit.
There though. There is an audience there.
Little bitch audience.
But they go. Did you hear the beginning where she's like, "Well, they've agreed to only applaud it 2 times when they walk in right now when I announce them at the very end of the debate."
Weak. It's not a debate. Probably is. That is a debate, but still weak.
Yeah, it's actually let people talk. Yeah.
That's weak. That's not a real presidential debate.
So
Here's some oohs and ahs and yes.
That's so un-American.
Yeah. Only clapping twice is un-American.
This is fucked up. What did you think? Did you see that meme earlier about like the DNA thing? Trump's like, how'd he get so healed so fast? It's like, no, it's not my DNA. It's because my DNA is American or whatever.
Yeah, it's USA. It's great, dude.
That was hilarious.
My body rejected coronavirus so amazing that I don't have DNA. I have USA.
Man, right?
I don't know if you said that or not, but that's genius, though. Like, he must have writers writing that. That's a writer language.
And that other meme where that dude who was skating drinking cranberry raspberry juice turned to Trump drinking bleach.
Oh, yeah. That's still funny. He still got better. Comedies. I'm telling you, the best Biden ad I've seen so far, it's not even an ad. It's Biden during the first presidential debate, and there's a rap song of like the first 30 seconds where the words actually sync up. That's the best.
Yeah. No, I put that one. Like that was the very first one. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Every motherfucker in the 313. It was that Eminem song from "Throw your motherfuckers hands up," like right at you know.
Right.
That was hilarious. I think you're frozen.
Yeah, I am. Connection cuts on and off.
I can't. You froze on the screen. By the way, I can hear you laughing though.
It's all good. I mean, yeah, everything's frozen right now. My interwebs.
There we go. Now you're unfrozen.
They caught up. Am I freeze again? Boom.
Oh, owes money.
No, it doesn't though. Like rich people owe money differently than poor people. $400 million in debt means you have $1 billion in assets. That's how rich people roll.
Is she gonna be transparent? Where's her shit at?
I don't care about tax things at all, dude. Like,
Yeah, we did.
I honestly don't. The whole system's a fraud. I'm I'm actually more glad if Donald Trump knows how to work the system than it's just a fucking punk bitch. That's just real talk. Everybody who's starting to make money, you need to work the system. Like, that's just not smart. He's not a politician. He's a businessman. You got to save that money.
This is true.
And
Oh yeah,
what happened?
nothing. Go ahead.
A recent statistic that I just put together and I was reading is that even though the rich people pay less in percentage wise, they still pay a higher percentage of all the tax collected. So even if they only pay 11%, 11% of $1 billion is still a shit ton of money compared to most people, which pay way less. So the top 10% of the population with the highest earnings do pay the highest amount in taxes, even though their tax rate is lower because of the loopholes and the other stuff and everything they're able to do. So yes, they pay less percentage-wise, but they still pay more than the 70% of the population combined. So
See what people also tend to not realize how when you work for somebody, your taxes are taken directly out, whereas the business owner claims what they claim at whether it's the quarterly or the yearly, and that's what they pay taxes on. People don't realize that, hence they don't go into business. You know what I mean? So plus there's a shitload of deductibles for business owners.
right.
So consider that, and people don't do that because it's also a huge risk to run your own business.
Yes, it is. Massive risk.
I don't know.
Raising taxes right here. Raising taxes question right here.
No, we can't play right now.
You're dark.
She just got fixed and she has hella energy still.
Of course, the puppy. Well, she just talked about the rich people getting a tax break. Yeah, the businesses need tax breaks or they also go to another country. I want to go to another country and start a business because fuck that. Why not? If it's cheaper in another place, why not do it in another place? It was at 20-ish% and now it's at 15. Yes, tax deficits. That means the government doesn't have as much money to spend, but we need businesses here. We need people to want to do business here. Nobody wants to do business in the United States. They want to sell to the United States.
Right.
They don't want to get taxed by them.
Play right now, baby.
I don't believe in investing in an education. We already spend the most per capita in the world, and it's shit
On education?
on education.
Huh.
Archbishop Pence, your administration is predicting a rapid and robust recovery. But the latest economic report suggests that's not true. Should Americans be braced?
That's not what the tax break did, though. And hopefully Pence brings it up.
President Trump and I took office. America gone through the slowest recovery since Joe Biden was vice president.
Economic comeback, bro. Just open up the states.
What Senator Harris says, the average American family of four, $2,000.
Yeah, because F that, like, you think if Democrats get into office, they're keeping the states closed. They're reclosing everything.
They want all the states to close. They're gonna mandate mass. You want to talk about forced vaccinations? The Democrat Party is the most likely party to do forced vaccinations. Why? Because they want to force everything on you.
Damn. This is an interesting battle in 2020.
Yeah, day one, Joe Biden's gonna raise your taxes. Yeah, he said that himself, and the crowd he said it to were like, "Wait, what?"
Man. Your camera's blurry for some reason.
Yeah, it's lagging.
Uh,
Plus, is it
why
blurry?
is she shaking it? Like, that's not true. Well, banning fracking is not bad.
Where are you, bro?
Huh?
Oh, not a bad fracking. I think we can replace them with hemp. Boom. It's easy. Hemp will replace most of these fucking jobs.
Yeah, he's right. American economy, American comeback is on the ballot.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Look, man. Biden is status quo, bro. If you want the worst of status quo to keep going, it's Biden. He is a career politician. I don't trust her smile. You see that smile? This is what I actually want the debate to be. These 2-minute segments of nobody interrupting each other is fucking bullshit. I want people to go back and forth.
Yeah. It makes no sense because, because then you have two, I don't know, it should go back and forth, but it's hard to control it back and forth. Like, how do you control who gets to talk and say this, and then, okay, here's your turn, your chance for your statement. Like,
What?
makes it allot them a certain amount of time.
We see who's a stronger character.
Because you looked how childish, even with the 2 minutes, how Trump and Biden was. Like, Trump doesn't give a fuck. Trump's gonna talks over anybody. Can you hear that or no?
Yeah. Again.
You can? Is it loud?
If it's around 4 feet from the thing, it's gonna pick it up really nice. You have a 4 feet radius around the microphone.
Yeah. Okay. She's crazy. She needs to stop doing that.
Yeah.
She's trying to scratch her head with that comb, trying to take it off.
Yeah, makes sense.
Oh, no. Girl.
But why are the hospital bills so expensive in the first place? I actually do want them to repeal the Affordable Care Act. I think insurance companies are just scourged. There's no reason to have insurance companies. Why can't we directly deal with the actual producers? Insurance companies are just there to be the middleman and take a cut. They're supposed to make it cheaper, but they're obviously not if everything has raised price since they started coming into action. There is a way to get medicines directly to hospital without the middleman. Why don't we do that?
Insurance is useless in a lot of ways.
It's a scam in many ways. Japan has a great insurance.
How often do you really use it? Like, let's be real. It's just you know what I mean?
Car insurance, I even understand.
Donating this money to a business almost, in a sense, monthly.
Yeah, but
for something that could possibly happen.
True. But even if it did happen, even if you went every month, the reason everything's so expensive is what were we saying?
I'll say car insurance makes the most sense,
It's dangerous.
considering, huh?
It's dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing we do as humans. Drive.
Yeah. Okay, dude, you gotta stop.
Yeah. We have to fight back against the pharmaceutical companies. And the Democratic Party does not fight back against the pharmaceutical companies. They're very much owned by them. Not owned, but they're very heavily endorsed by these pharmaceutical companies. Pretty sure the Republican company has the same amount of donors, but the Democratic Party is not trying to reduce the insurance companies' profits. They're not trying to talk to the pharmaceutical companies and go, "You're charging too goddamn much. We're gonna go buy this shit in Canada now." Hey, I'm a natural libertarian, and Democrats are not libertarian at all.
No. Need to learn more about their underlying beliefs because I don't know enough about either side.
Yeah.
Either way, I know that they always end up, whatever side end up doing things to benefit their side and their agenda.
The point of sides.
Yeah.
That is the point of sides. The thing is that the Green New Deal is a fucking disaster.
It just makes it's like really funny to me that we've been convinced here in this country to choose between two different people every 4 years. Stop. Two different people every 4 years. A lot of times these motherfuckers don't do much to benefit us, or they do very little and they end up benefiting them in a smaller percentage of people, and we still continue down that same path.
Well, that's decades in the making. The reason we don't have a Libertarian Party up there is because the cost of entry is too high. The cost of entry is like 5% in the polls.
Well, that makes sense.
They're taking the polls.
And even most of these people are getting their lobbyist money from like these big corporations and these pharmaceutical companies that want to continue to instill their policies to keep them generating. They're generating and making the money they're making.
I mean, I want to take donations from big businesses and industries and then be like, fuck you, I'll do what I want anyways.
Hey, come here. You gotta chill, dude. You gotta chill.
That's actually a good point. The wildfire thing, yeah, we're on fire right now, but it's not at record highs. Not even close. We've been on way worse fires. So that's blown over proportion.
It's like on top of everything else that's going on, it's just a good thing to stack on top of. Like, what realm is what is the news generating these days? Like, what is still going on out there? I don't really follow it. Is like, is Black Lives Matter still protesting?
Yeah. There's always people to be protesting for. There's always people to get mad about. So they're just jumping victims. And some of them, they are victims. But some of them are just fucking not good people. Jacob Blake? Who the fuck protests for that guy? Why the fuck would he protest for that guy? All right, let Jacob Blake take care of your daughter. He was literally at someone's house. He had sexually assaulted not that long ago. He had a restraining warrant against that person. And he was there at her place harassing her. But nah, let's have a march because white people shot him and that's bad. It's not the real story. So, yeah, it's a nonsense.
It wasn't the real story with even George Floyd was wrong too.
George Floyd was obviously on something. If you see the video, you can see him.
Anything racial about that, right?
Huh?
There was nothing racial about the
I think the cop just hated him naturally, not racially, just normal hate. It was nothing to do with racist. It was just that I don't think the cop liked him. And then George Floyd was acting up constantly. Like they put him in the car, and then he started fucking spazzing out. He's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't breathe." In the car when no one was touching him, he was saying, "I can't breathe," and he couldn't breathe. He obviously couldn't. He was on fentanyl. His heart fucking gave out. So it's true, but it wasn't the cops that made him not breathe. It was the drugs. Let's be fucking real. And you can see the video. You can see him die. It's kind of a fuck thing to see, but you can. I can get everybody carbon neutral in 5 years. All their bullshit plans are just ways for industries to stay in power for as long as they can and siphon. They keep pushing the agendas forward. You see this shit, right? 20, 30 years ago, they were saying in 2000, da, 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 da. They just keep pushing the fucking agendas forward. They never actually change anything of substance.
Like, oh, we can push this needle and we can pull, I thought we're like past the tipping point in a lot of areas too. Like, why are we not addressing some of these things at alarming rates?
Because they're not sensationalists and most people can't get emotional about it. You have to be logical when you start thinking about these things. The only thing people when watch the news is just emotions. That's why they keep giving you emotion hitting crack. Oh my gosh, this white cop killed this black person. It happens 20, 30 times a year. Actually, less, way less. Unarmed black, completely innocent people is a handful a year.
Huh.
When it comes to the Black Lives Matter argument, you can't even bring up statistic and facts because then they get emotional. Because if you say something like, why is unproportional amount of violent crime perpetrated by black males, actually, not females don't perpetrate the crime. Why isn't like 30% perpetrated by black males? Hispanics outnumber black people greatly, yet we commit crimes at a far less rate and a far less number.
Huh.
And again, it's not their fault. It's systemic in some ways, but at the same time, they create their own environment too. Instead of making gangs, you could make organic gardens outside in your house. Not practical for the environment they're in, but possible. It's just the choices everybody makes. We're dealt a hand of cards. Some people make fuck choices.
Yeah, the environment. Well, true, and the environment does fabricate that. Considering, like, according to Bruce Lipton, like it does turn on and off genetic, epigenetic things. Things along genetic messes with your genetic code. So
yeah. Yep. And the thing she's saying about, oh my gosh, they lost jobs. Who wanted to close the country down?
Yeah, well, that I know she's
Who's
still talking
closing
about
the country down?
reclosing it. Yeah, keeping it closed.
The idea of college gives you a job hasn't been true for the past 20 years.
Oh yeah, there's no guarantee.
There's no guarantee. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
Yeah, I mean.
And then here you go. She's blaming the leadership of the administration for something Democratic governors are doing. Florida opened up. Florida was like, fuck you, we about to go back in business.
Are you still watching it on Fox?
Yeah. We might just have different. It's not live.
Yeah.
Why isn't it live?
Ouch. Zelly.
Okay, now I'm like 2 seconds behind you.
I'm on. They're talking about the Green New Deal right now.
Yeah. The Green New Deal is fucking horrible, dude. It's
It said $2 trillion. Damn.
it's not even the amount of money. It's the politics inside. It has very little to do with actually greening up the what's it called? The United States. It has so much social justice bullshit involved in it. There's so much in there. Just like Prop 16 in California, bro. Prop 16 literally legalizes racism.
What's she writing down?
Prop 16 is a joke.
Vice President Pence, how would you describe our
China will pay.
competitors, adversaries, enemies?
Crazy random theory. We're already at war at China. We're using energy weapons to fight each other. We blow some shit up of theirs, they blow some shit up of ours. We light some of the shit on fire, they light some of the shit on fire. We put propaganda in their country, they give us a virus.
Hey, that's valid. I think that's true stuff. I barely hear this shit. I don't know why.
Dang.
Oh, dude.
It's probably like Newsweek magazine said Kamala Harris was the most liberal member of the Senate. More liberal than Pence.
More liberal than Bernie Sanders. Kamala's dangerous, dude. And the fact that Biden's 78, that's fucked. This fool's already walking into the grave, and China is to blame for the coronavirus.
China and the World Health Organization did not go straight to the American people. They did not let
They did not.
China.
That's when I started changing my whole view about Trump. When he told the WHO to go fuck themselves. Not like that, but kind of like that. We should not listen to an independent body of scientists to tell us how to run a country, especially one riddled with fucking corruption and funded by Bill Gates. Who the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, he repeated that. He said that earlier too.
I like how he just continues talking. That's good.
Is he like does he have any ex-military in him?
This fool probably is ex-military.
Huh?
For sure. I don't know. I wouldn't know. But let me check that out.
Susan, the Trump administration's perspective and approach to China has resulted in the loss of America's lives, American jobs, and America's sanity. There's a weird obsession that President Trump has had with getting rid of whatever accomplishment was achieved by President Obama and Vice President.
Because it wasn't an accomplishment. It was garbage. It was just garbage. Okay, that might have been a dumb move. Getting rid of the pandemic peoples.
Vice President Biden to monitor what is now predictable and what might happen. They pulled them out. We now are looking at 210,000 Americans lost their lives. Let's look at the job situation. We mentioned before the trade deal, the trade war, they wanted to call it, with China. It resulted in the loss of over 300 manufacturing jobs. And manufacturers and the American consumer paid thousands of dollars more because of
It
that.
doesn't say he's in the military.
And Pew, the reputable research firm, has done a analysis that shows that leaders of all of our formerly allied countries have now decided that they hold in greater esteem and respect the head of the Chinese Communist Party than they do Donald Trump, the President of the United States, the Commander-in-Chief of the United States.
Oh,
Yeah, he was nominated for 3 Nobel Peace Prizes, bro.
who was
Donald Trump. Yeah.
that
3 separate times he was nominated for the Peace Prize recently.
shit is a joke if he's nominated. For what?
Oh, he is making peace accords with Israel and Saudi Arabia, Israel and Lebanon, and Israel and North Korea. North
Really?
Korea peace accords. North and South Korea peace accords.
Yeah.
Yes, we haven't entered a new war since Trump got elected, bro. That's un-American.
Very valid. But we've never not been in war since this country's been around.
Yeah. And we're still fighting some places and we still have military troops, but he hasn't started a new one. Like you look at the list of the wars and the things we've done.
Yeah. Did he pull any like out?
Pull some out, but then they were sent back in at some point in time as well. Like they cleared ISIS again. And if you listen to the Joe Rogan podcast with Tim, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, the military guy, he said the big difference between Obama and Trump is that Obama didn't give him the tools they needed to get that job done, and Trump just said get the job done, and gave them everything they needed. So even the military is with Trump at this point in time. The bullshit that the Democrats are saying that there's going to be a coup, yeah, right. The military loves Trump, bro.
Everybody loves Trump.
Except for the mainstream news, which is still brainwashing tons of fucking people. Let's check me.
Look at the Iran nuclear deal, which now has put us in a position where we are less safe because they are building up
Let's see.
what end up being a significant nuclear arsenal. We were in that deal.
Hypotheticals.
And allies around the country, and because of Donald Trump's unilateral approach, foreign policy, coupled with his isolation, he pulled us out and has made America less safe. So, Susan, it's about relationships.
I don't know if you can call Trump a nationalist. He's just a national patriot.
This woman is crazy.
Donald Trump doesn't understand that because he doesn't understand what it means to be honest.
Thank you, Senator Harris.
Well, it depends on context. He's honest to an extent in certain areas.
Yeah,
Mostly that benefit him.
that's what he's saying. Move the embassy to Jerusalem. I don't know what the big deal is, but apparently that was a big move. There you go. NATO's putting in money to the actual defense of.
Stop it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna use the military, use it quickly and swiftly. You might as well.
Go big or go home. Get the fuck in and get the fuck out.
Do the job. Don't just half-ass the job.
Handle it.
Yeah.
Do it to the best of your ability. Don't take forever.
Yeah. Damn. Wow. Wow. Yeah, these 2-minute sections are dumb as shit. If Americans can't keep attention for more than an hour and a half, then you probably shouldn't fucking vote. I'm sorry. If you can't pay more attention than an hour and a half on something that's going to affect you and everyone you know, then you probably shouldn't fucking vote. There needs to be a way, I don't know about a test or like a requirement to vote. Like California is trying to lower the voting age. I don't know if you knew. One of the bills they're trying to pass, one of the things they're trying to pass is trying to lower the voting age.
16 or what?
They're trying to make it so that 17-year-olds can now vote in the primaries.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think we should raise the voting age, honestly.
You did alcohol. I mean, we did cigarettes to 21. Let's
Did
make
we?
it 21 for everybody.
Did we?
Yeah, cigarettes are 21. Tobacco's 21.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Been that way for a little while now, a couple years, few years now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't understand why it's so low. 18. It's not a new. It's not. It hasn't always been 18. It's a relatively new thing, a couple decades old. And no, actually, they did it in the Vietnam era. That's what I remember. In the Vietnam era, they were like, well, we can send our kids to die. Why can't they vote? And that's when they started changing it to 18. And it makes sense. If you can go die with a rifle, you should be allowed to vote. But we need, now she's doing emotional appeals. But she's a callous woman. Like, nobody believes this bitch, for real. The John McCain thing. Trump does talk a lot of shit, though. Look at them getting all emotional. Look how she's playing to emotions. Joe Biden wouldn't remember shit. No, he won't. No, he won't. I don't believe him. Bullshit.
Right.
15 seconds. What kind of response are you going to get out of 15 seconds?
Congress against President Donald Trump regarding
I'm sorry,
my
Vice
son is a
President.
captain in the United States Marine Corps. My son-in-law is employed with the United States. I can assure all of you, the sons and daughters of President Donald Trump respects for years all of those who serve in our forces. Any situation.
Thank you,
Oh
Vice
man, this Pence gives me the feeling of like
President.
special forces, FBI, kind of low key CIA shit.
Joe Biden,
Your campaigns make rules for tonight, okay? With the Commission on President, I'm here to enforce them.
I don't know who's moderating this. I don't know her name, but she's getting owned.
Which is why I'm trying very hard to do it. So I want to go ahead and move to the next topic, which is.
Why don't we have a big ass clock every time they talk right in front so we can see how much time they have?
On
Just to
Monday,
think it's bullshit. Cause come on, man, 2 minutes fucking talks. This is retarded. An hour and a half. Get out of here. Joe Rogan's podcasts are longer than this shit.
administration would cement the court's conservative majority and make it likely open to more abortion restrictions, even to overturning the landlocked Roe ruling. Access to abortion would then be up to the states. Vice President Pence, you're the former governor of Indiana.
Why isn't access to abortion already up to the states right now?
Would you want your home
That's
state?
not in the Constitution. That's the state's right.
Oh.
thank you for the question. I'll use a little bit of my time to respond. American people serve constant Solomon and Iranian responsible for the death of hundreds opportunity came. I had to go back there. Didn't house himself.
Pence.
She deserved to know that.
Dude, I don't know why I'm looking at Pence right now, and this guy is like the American Putin right now. Without the whole dictatorial thing, but the way he carries himself is
This history records that Joe Biden actually.
He's super confident.
it's like a mixture of fear and respect for this guy right now. Like, I don't know, if I was sitting next to him, I'd be like, it's kind of intimidating. This motherfucker, like, I don't know. It's just,
He said, "Thank you for this question, but I'm gonna take this time to respond."
yeah, I'm gonna do what I want.
Yeah, he's definitely. You can tell he's a Trump for sure vice president.
Dude, why are you? I don't know. I like people who are fucking rebels, to be honest. So,
Oh, he's talking about waiting with talking.
completely dissed the question. What was the question? Oh yeah, abortion.
In Indiana.
Right.
Judge Barrett was being confirmed from the Court of Appeals, expressed concern that the dogma of the faith lived loudly in her. Dick Durbin of Illinois said that it was. Senator, I know one of our judicial nominees, you actually attacked because they remember Catholic Knights of Columbus, just because the Knights of Columbus was pro-life.
Thank you, Vice President.
So
Your
my
time
hope
is
is
up.
that when the hearing takes place,
Thank you, Vice President.
that Judge Amy Coney Barrett will be respected.
Thank you, Vice President.
Voted in terms.
Senator, the senator from a former.
Completely dissed the question.
Yes, you are. Vice President.
I mean, he didn't answer the question, but that was a good.
If Roe v. Wade is overturned.
The
Yeah.
hypotheticals they bring up.
First of all, those are people take that we would not be able to their faith. And in fact, Joe, if elected, will be only
They have though.
a practicing Catholic as president of the United States.
The Catholic Church denounced him though. His bishop or his pastor, I forgot wherever the fuck he was. He was like, this guy. He call himself Catholic. We know he ain't.
Oh snap! Elections coming up, huh?
Yeah, they're a month. Why? The American people don't want that. Why do you have to wait? Like, no one has ever waited for a Supreme Court like position. Not in history. Nobody's last dying wish was ever respected. There's BLM in the midst of a public health pandemic. Get out of here. Bullshit. She's making shit up. She's making shit up. Yes, get rid of the Affordable Care Act. Destroy the insurance companies. That's no. It could also mean there's going to be trade between the insurance companies as well, in between states too. Yes. What was the original question? Oh yeah, abortion. Fuck. Nobody answered this question. Yes. Why do we talk about access to affordable insurance, not just access to healthcare? I really don't get why the insurance companies are needed in healthcare. As far as I know, insurance companies in Japan are essentially almost like nonprofits. If they make too much money, they have to reduce their prices next year. What
It
the
must
fuck
be,
are we doing here? What
it's
happened?
like, it's like they're all in bed together somewhere.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
like it is the American tradition to say that that's just the way things are. I mean, it's always been that way. That's just the way it is, even if it hasn't always been that way.
It's not. Yeah, you're right. It's not. These are very new concepts and new things.
When you speak about the Supreme Court, people really deserve an answer. Are you and Joe Biden going to pack the court?
Damn. They're completely, what do you say about the Affordable Care Act? Completely missed it.
President
Changing topics.
But your party is actually openly adding seats to the Supreme Court, which is at 9 seats.
Oh, yeah. They want to pack the court.
This is a classic case.
They want to
Pack
make
the
more
court.
Supreme, huh?
What does that mean? Pack the court.
Put more seats in the Supreme Court.
How many more seats are they trying to put in there?
I think they're trying to put in 5.
Holy snap!
I might be making shit up. I don't really know, but they want to change it for some reason. It hasn't been changed since like the Civil War. Oh my God, I hate her fucking smile. Can we anti-vote? Can we take a vote away from a specific candidate? We should all get 1 vote and 1 anti-vote. Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea. That would not be a bad idea. A down vote.
I mean, I feel like a down vote isn't our not voting for them and voting for the other person is a down vote.
No, I want an actual down vote.
Yeah.
Like, I want libertarians to be able to go pick Joe
that's-
Jorgensen and then Doc Biden. And then Republicans are Doc Democrats and Democrats are Doc Republicans. So then we see a real view of how people feel, especially for the independent candidates who actually have power now. Because the people who they don't have to win the majority of the vote now. Now you just have to make sure everyone else hates each other. So many problems.
You haven't figured it out yet. Straight out. They are going to pack the Supreme Court. They somehow win this election. Then I got to tell you, people across this country who cherish our Supreme Court, who cherish the separation of powers, reject the Biden-Harris ticket on November the 3rd, re-elect President Donald Trump. Stand by this.
I don't know, man. I might actually just vote Trump. That's just what's gonna happen.
So the Trump-Pence administration has been, I sit on the Senate Judiciary Committee, and I've witnessed the appointments, the lifetime appointments to federal courts, district courts, people who are purely ideological, people who have been reviewed by legal professional organizations, not are substandard. And do you know that of the 50 people who President Trump appointed to the Court of Appeals for lifetime appointments, not one is black? This is what they've been doing. You want to talk about packing the court? Let's have that.
Thank you, Senator. Let's go on and talk
So
about.
she still didn't answer the question.
I just want the record to reflect she never answered. But,
There you go.
Thank you, President.
Social justice, dude. No, she wasn't an emergency room technician at the moment she was killed. She was fired because they found a dead body in her car years previous. Weird shit.
Used a gun, registered and fired a shot, which wounded an officer. The officers then fired more than 20 rounds into the apartment. They say they were acting in self-defense.
Yeah.
None of them have been indicted.
Yeah.
Senator
That's how self-defense arguments work, though. Except she got fired. It's true. There's a justification, but yeah, it was tragic. But he died of a drug overdose. Died of a drug overdose. During the pandemic. They marched during the pandemic. Peaceful. What? Occupy Wall Street was peaceful. Black Lives Matter was a little bit violent. You can't ban chokeholds from the police. Private prisons. Did she fucking feed the private prisons? Here's the shit though, man. Even if a grave injustice was committed against a white person, you can't just go out and say white lives matter, because then you'll be claimed as racist and supremacist and so on and so forth. So there's a very big divide on how the fuck people's perspectives are. It's so weird. Racism is racism, no matter what color you're from or what color you're discriminating against. That's basically it.
I feel like a lot of cultures have a lot of suppression, just like in one way or one form.
Yeah.
And that's like the divide of cultures. Why don't we just look at humanity as a whole too?
People like to hold on to their identity, bro. Like a lot of their life is built around their groups and their labels. And we've taken masses, like we've been to other realms.
Yeah, I always forget that though. Like you having seen what you see, then you don't get stuck in that, and you can't be in that anymore.
Labels just fucking come off, and fucking who you thought you were, you're just like, oh, that's bullshit. That's not really me. Like,
yeah. I guess I forget because I don't play that game. I don't think in that world, you know. I still make moves in my own way somehow.
It's good. That's good. I don't want to say above, but we're at a different level.
Yeah, you know, but I
different ways.
That's why I think this life is a dream, and people don't know what I'm talking about when I say that. But it's like it really is. You just create your life, you know.
Like Buddhists, the gurus, they've all said life is a dream. Some of the smartest people in the fucking time have said life is a dream, but people still hold on to this dream with their life. and they fight, 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 and then they realize, why was I fighting all this time?
Yeah. No point in fighting.
And here's the thing
Does
about
he
the
have a fly on his head? What's on his head right there? Is that a bug? Yeah, it's a fly.
That's a fly, yeah.
Why is
Fucking
there a
fly.
fly in the building?
Dude, it's a conspiracy. That's a microphone. They're giving them
Wait,
all the answers. They're telling them what to say.
wait for the memes tomorrow. It's gonna,
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Everything from child sexual assault to homicide.
Let's talk about pedophilia, guys.
Someone on the stage was prosecuted with big banks for taking advantage of America's stonewalls. I'm the little one on this stage was prosecuted by the colleges for taking advantage of our pedophiles. And the reality of this is that we are talking.
So you did your job. I mean, what's she talking about? What? He condemned it again and again and again. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is fucking ridiculous. All right, now I'm voting Trump. This is just fucking ridiculous. He said stand by. This is ridiculous. This is bullshit. They're trying to help black people when it comes to white cops, but they're not trying to help them when it comes to the welfare system. They're not trying to help them when it comes to the high crime rates. They're not trying to help them when it comes to every other thing that's really affecting their lives. Social justice movement's fucking garbage, bro. People's emotions and fucking feelings are just, oh my God. I think America's fucking soft, bro. We don't have real fucking problems, or at least not the problems that'll make you actually not complain about, find things to complain about. That soundbite was fucking, oh my God. This fucking chick. All right, I'm voting Trump. I hate Kamala so much, I'm just voting Trump now. Like, no. Planet Smith is laughing. Look at the demeanor of how they are, though. Look how calm and collected this guy is versus how emotional the Democrats get. They like to rile their people up. They do. It's how they get them on their side. They give them that dopamine hit. Angry, angry, angry. You're muted. You're muted.
They already also know that there's heightened emotion right now, considering like the media, considering what's going on collectively,
Yeah,
coronavirus.
Right.
That they can use their leverage on Trump with coronavirus and stuff like that they're trying to pull.
He has Jewish son and daughter-in-law. He has Jewish people. Ooh, here we go. Here's that fire. Here's that fire. Get 'ems. Get 'ems. Get 'ems. That's real. And they're actually trying to help them in the way that helps. With money, with businesses, with opportunities. What's the final issue? Why do we have such little time? These networks aren't that important. Nobody's fucking doing anything else. What? Imprison everybody? Oh my God. She wants to put us in jail, bro. She wants to put us in jail. Well, me, I'm Hispanic. You can be classified as white, so. Oh, she got him. Implicit bias does exist, but it's built because of the experiences people have with the same kind of people, and then they create a biases. Man, this chick wants to put me in jail. Fuck that. We do need to get rid of for-profit prisons, though. That's fucking asinine idea. That's commit himself to a peaceful power. Such a fucked question. Good, good, good. That basically means they have a lot of gay people, trans people, and colored women. Nah, I'm just making shit up, but how is George Bush's cabinet fucking good? Colin Powell, he's still alive? But there's been hundreds of thousands of fucking generals. No, thousands of generals. Look how emotional she's getting. Look at this. Don't go to iwillvote.com and don't go to joebiden.com. That's the lesson from here. Yeah. That's a lie. What? What kind of bullshit is this? What? I don't think anybody has ever done that.
Well, I don't understand like why they're trying to tell people to please vote. Like, didn't Hillary win the popular vote last time, but then she lost anyway? So, like, what are they really trying to say with that?
Well, they're trying to get people to vote. But the popular vote she won was because she won New York, California, these high population states, which were obviously going to go Democrat because they're fucking brainwashed. Most people are fucking brainwashed and vote the same way. But yeah, she won the popular vote because there's lots more people in the states where she got the vote. But that's how the electoral college goes. That's why it's there, to be honest. It's so the popular vote. Because imagine if the popular vote would have won. That means like 30 states would have been told to go fuck themselves.
So then just basically a shitload of states voted Trump, but she just
Yeah.
won the bigger states. Okay.
Yeah, it would have been the same thing as like the Civil War situation. When the South didn't vote for Lincoln at all, and the North said, fuck you, it would have been the same thing. And, or even worse, because Trump legitimately won the vote. The popular vote just means there's more people in the states that she won the vote in. And this is why we don't have majority rules. I don't think democracy in itself is a fucking dumbass idea. Mob rule is a dumb idea. Constitutional republic.
Yeah, I remember what's his face thought we have like a partial democracy,
Constitutional republic.
There we go. Yeah, someone talked about it on a Netflix series. It's not on there anymore. He was explaining that about how our democracy works.
Yeah. Yeah. Over a phone call. Yeah, that's kind of scary. Electoral college needs to be modified, but I think states are too fucking big, bro. We need to go back to city states. I don't understand why SoCal has to deal with NorCal bullshit.
So much ego in the States.
It's true. So I'm trying to get out of here again. Oh,
We need to go to where it's humble.
yeah, Thailand's super humble.
Agreed. I think Southeast Asia would be the way. It was just
Yeah. Yep. I need some more water. That's a good question. America. Yeah. Free in one way, in some ways. Yeah. It's true. Nah, not really. That's true though. And local levels, it does should work like that, boy.
I think he knows like who the people he's trying to talk to with that language though.
Yeah. This is the honestly, this is a great answer. That was a great answer. Let's see what she says.
Did that shit with such confidence too and
Yeah.
ease.
Let's see what she says. She's gonna go social justice watch. Okay, not bad. Oh God, she's not answering the question. $4 years. We've been at war for decades. I don't know what she's talking about. She's a fucking tool. Oh my God. He also knows how to sniff kids. It's real. That's real.
Got him. That meme though. Well, Trump being so childish, they're surprised Biden didn't sniff his ass.
Sniff check, homie. Yeah, she didn't answer the fucking question though. Pence, Props on that answer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Are they done? Is this it? All right. All right.
That was whack. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I mean,
Anyway.
honestly, that just made me like Pence more.
He's pretty,
I respect this guy. I don't know why I respect him, but I respect him. Yeah, your dog is going crazy with that cone. When are you taking that off?
I don't know. She's only had it on for 2 days, bro.
Fuck. That's gonna be a lot of scratching for the next couple of days, then.
Yeah, like I was supposed to supposedly the letter they sent me home, it says keep it on for 14 days.
Fuck. 2 weeks? Just give her some CBD. Tell her to calm the fuck down.
Is that his wife? Is that her husband?
I don't know. Oh, I stopped playing it.
Oh.
Let me refresh and get back to your scene. And Ahmed just commented, fucking Harry is such a shit talker and stealing Pence's lines. Is that the husband? Yeah, the husband's wearing a mask. You know what? Nah. I'm gonna go with that, not mask people. Just because they're not wearing masks. I'll be a single issue border. The Republican Party doesn't like wearing masks. I respect that. I respect that.
Democrats are such mask wearing, rule following, complying, acquiescing.
But they're not. They want all the freedoms except when it's inconvenient for them.
Huh.
They want everything except when it's inconvenient for them. They want mass mandates, but they also want socialized healthcare.
Oh.
And they want other bullshit.
Damn.
I don't really mind socialized healthcare. It's just making healthcare efficient. That's kind of what I fucking want to call it. The word socialist just muddies up everything. No, I just want to make healthcare efficient, as efficient, and end this economy as cheap as possible. That's what you want. You don't want insurance companies. You don't want fucking all this other bullshit. No, you want a healthcare system that works, is efficient, and cheap.
Agreed.
That's all we need. It's all we need. But yeah, fuck, dude. I'm voting Trump. That's it. I'm gonna crack this blue.
Is that it? Is there another debate?
Oh, there's 2 more debates. There's 2 more presidential debates.
2 more?
Yeah, I think so. I believe there's 2 more presidential debates.
And it's actually supposed to be a presidential one. Yeah?
Yeah, presidents. I think next week is one of them. But huh? Yeah, you gotta watch that one. I also like the new, just random topic, just kind of throw it in there. I like the new press secretary. Well, so she's not really new. She's been there for a minute.
I don't know who that is.
The blonde chick. You don't know who it is? Let me show it to her. Let me see if I can do this. It's this blonde chick. Her name is Kayleigh McEnany. No, it's Kayleigh. It's Kayleigh. And how do I share screen? You have to allow me to share screen. Man, I need all these permissions. What am I? Fucking kid. Yeah. She is this one. Ah, shit. It just changed everything for me. Boom. Can you see it? Can you see her? She's the one on the right. The one in black. That's our new press secretary. And if you haven't seen her like shoot down reporters, oh my God, bro. She takes out a binder and then she just goes, gah, 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 gah. Stats, facts. The whole fucking, the whole context of the situation, the whole line, the whole speech, the whole thing. Like she demolishes the press. And it's entertaining to watch her demolish the press. I find it very gratifying when she just destroys the press. Because they keep coming up some bullshit questions. She's like, yeah, You're coming at me with some bullshit questions. She pulls them on blast. And I respect that. I respect people who call other people shit. Boom.
Oh, definitely calling people out on their shit is the thing to do.
Yeah.
Don't
So
let people bully or try to fucking corner people or call some bullshit out.
no.
Nah.
Don't get bullied. Don't be a bully, but don't get bullied.
America's the biggest bully on the planet.
And the people are too. We have the potential to be the fucking biggest bullies out there. But we also have the potential to be the most generous, fucking loving, accepting people out there as well.
Oh, for sure.
We can go too far, two sides of the extreme. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of weird to say, but once you've experienced an intense feeling of love, that intense feeling of love can also turn into an intense feeling of pain, of desperation,
Oh, yeah.
of anything, because it's just energy, right?
There's always going to be both extremes, right?
Right. Well, it's balance. And I don't know if there's always going to be both extremes, but there's always a potential of both extremes. And I guess there is always there's some outliers in many places, which is real. But
You like anomalies?
no, just not even anomalies. They're people that prove the case in point of the extremists exist, but they're not as common as a lot of people might think.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think Trump 2020. Oh yeah. Have you seen fucking the Hodge twins?
Uh-uh.
Well,
Those,
that's
those
their
buff kids, right? Or those two buff dudes, right?
the two buff dudes. Yeah, I'll post them up sometimes. They're good. They do some good funny. They're comedians. They're
Yeah,
like comedian brothers. So they
they are
just do
hella
some
funny.
commentary on politics, and they're conservative.
Oh, shit.
And so, and they're black. So them being black, them being comedians, them being buff as fuck, they're obviously not little beta males or something. It's kind of weird that you see that most Republicans, they are not. I'm gonna just throw up some Rico's conspiracy theories. Welcome to Rico's conspiracy theories. A lot of Republicans are not beta males in the way they would identify themselves. Like they're very, I don't even want to say macho because then that brings up a whole other fucking.
They're more egoic, though.
It's true, but they're also more willing to stand up for what they believe in, even if what they believe in is fucking stupid.
More confidence in themselves, even when the confidence shouldn't be
Yeah,
there.
well, Americans have an ungodly amount of confidence. Like, where this confidence came from, no one fucking knows, but we think we're the best at everything. We're really not. Let's look at the stats.
It's like at a distance. And then when you get to the micro of things and you start to pick people's brains, they're really not confident.
No, they're not. They're not. It's if someone's trying to display outer confidence, it's because he's fucking trying to hide something.
Yeah.
Somebody who's really confident doesn't have to show everybody he's confident. Doesn't have to brag and be like this and nah. He knows he has confidence in himself. He trusts himself. He doesn't have to make a show in order for other people to believe he's confident. Yeah.
Go on the wheel and smash them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But I don't know where the hell we were going. Oh yeah, conspiracy theories. A lot of we might want to check this out. The Democrats, the men that are in the Democratic Party, where would their personality lie? Where would their ranking be when it comes to quote unquote manliness? And yes, I'm gonna say we can rank that somehow because the internet has before. And I don't think as men we should be ashamed of rankings and fuck man. I don't care so much about my personal feelings and emotions that I'm not afraid to get offended. This is the problem with what I see in, well, both sides really, but the people who are espousing openness and freedom and everyone is equal are also the ones that get most emotionally attached to whatever the hell they think is right, which is weird. And it might be because we do live in California. I am exposed to these people all the time. They are all around me. And if I leave the state, maybe it's different. It probably is. But then again, that proves my point. Democrats, or Democratic males are, I'm gonna just say it, they're lower in manliness. They're lower in whatever alpha you want to call it. Yeah, they're not leaders. They're not leaders. I'm not saying women leaders are bad. No, we need more women leaders. We do. We need more feminine leaders, not just women. Women leaders doesn't mean this woman has to act like a man. I don't want that shit. Men acting like men has gotten us where we are right now. What we need is women seeing things from a woman perspective and doing things in a more nurturing and caring way. Kamala Harris has male energy, bro. Like, you can tell in her relationship dynamic that she's the one in charge of her and her husband relationship. I'm bullshit. I'm making shit up right now. But just on how they were kind of next to each other and how appearances, she's higher up in the social stratus. She has a better job than he has. She's more important. But his attitude, even if she wasn't there, I still think she'll be the alpha in the relationship.
Yeah.
Again, not bad, dude. Do whatever the fuck you want. Be with whoever the fuck you want. I'm just trying to make a random comparison that Democratic men are less quote unquote manly than Republican men. And yeah, dude. I think if we just look at the pictures of the people who are Republican and Democrat, we might be able to pick up some patterns. Because let's just go on some really offensive shit, bro. Why are all the women who rise, not all the women, why are so many women who are all about woman power and trying to become men kind of in that idea so ugly? And they're literally trying to imitate men because they're not, maybe they couldn't cut it as a woman. I'm being super offensive right now. But but maybe they couldn't cut it as a woman. And they were like, well, men don't like me, so now I like women. Which, look, I think a lot of women, quote unquote, lesbians or bisexual, they didn't start out that way. But experiences with men, bad men, I agree, there's tons of bad men who need to fucking change, and all men need to fucking meditate. Hands down. But these women with these bad experiences then go on to say, all men are like this, I might as well like women. And it's not some shit that I just made up. This is what I was seeing in Thailand as well. There's an abnormal amount of bisexuality in Thailand, going both ways. There is. Guys like to fuck everything. Girls don't like, girls like being nice and feminine with each other, and it's a different dynamic than a man woman. A lot of girls or a lot of women don't like super masculine fucking energy constantly beaming down at them. And again, anytime you're overwhelming your partner is bad in whatever relationship. But a lot of women just become disillusioned with men and turn lesbian. I'm not saying it's bad. I love lesbians. There should be more lesbians in the world, in my opinion. But it's weird, dude. Like, you look at, you think Republican woman. What is your thought? How do they present themselves? How do they present themselves?
I don't know. I guess I can't think of. I'd have to get a lineup of a few Republican women and kind of formulate an opinion on them.
Okay, look at Fox. how are the women in those shows? Of course, they're TV anchors. But how are the women in conservative Republican shows? How are they shown? They're usually slender. They're usually very pretty, mostly blonde, because their audience likes blondes. I'm not gonna lie, blondes are hot. Fuck it, I said it. It's a good idea to give your audience something they like. When you turn over to the liberal side, Democrat side, look at their shows. Don't I'm not saying judge the people, but just look how they look. Look at how they look. Are they the most beautiful people out there? Are they the most fit people out there? Are they the most collected, calm, logical people out there? Or are they the ones screaming, shouting, and getting their emotions hurt? I think it all intertwines, bro. If you have a healthy body, you're probably doing things that are keeping you in that kind of routine. You working out makes you have better mental health. Being fat and obese probably reduces overall mental health because it leads to social problems, it leads to physical problems, it leads to body dysmorphia problems. I don't get how a lot of, if you're fat and you like being fat and you have no problem being fat and you can deal with the consequences of being fat, so be it. Power to you. Eat all you want. I don't care, dude. That's
a lot of
your life.
information on the brain, though, too. You gotta think about that, man.
If they're okay with those consequences and they're fucking great and they're enjoying life the way they are, power to you.
Chances are they're not, though.
Chances are they're not. But if they are, power to you. But yeah, most people are not. Most people are not happy. How many people on the Democrat liberal side would say they're happy with life?
No idea.
I mean, right now, very few people can actually say they're happy with life. I can say I'm happy with life.
It's very far and few.
Far and few. But that's mostly because they've never taken.
Yeah, what's going on globally?
Yeah. They've never taken something that blew them out of this dimension.
Right.
So, and I was listening to Joe Rogan, and the thing the DMT you gave me might have been NDMO, MD5 MT or something like that, because the experiences he talks about are similar to the experiences I had, where usually DMT, they take 1 or 2 hits, right? 3 hits, trying to break through, and they see all these things, and like, fuck no. I had none of that. I was blasted straight into empty darkness. And so we have this, like, I remember the day on the way back, like when I was leaving the car and you're dropping me off, you said, yeah, you just hit me up if you need to talk. No, very few people are going to be able to relate to what you've experienced. So yeah, just hit me up if you want to talk. And it's true, dude. Like, I haven't met anybody else who has ever died, seen pitch black, like darkness, see what I'm calling death looking at me and going, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Yeah, that shit was scary as shit. It is not fun. It was the most terrifying experience of all my lives. I probably, I don't know. But I can say I enjoy life now. I woke up. Yes, I win. I won. I already won the day. I already won the day every time I wake up.
Crumble the fabrics of this 3D reality that we live.
Like, oh, I was able to come back. Nice. Like, that's it.
I think I could use another, not that I could use, another reminder would be nice. I haven't taken a psychedelic since 2018 when I took ayahuasca, and right shortly after that, when I came back, you could tell I was on a different vibration, and that's when I gifted you the DMT journey that you went on.
Yeah. And
2 years ago.
I went on completely different vibration. I've been,
the sun was out. The sun was not out when you came out.
Yeah, that was the weirdest. The suns never do interdimensional Never try interdimensional chemicals when the sun is setting, because then, yeah, it's just weird. I don't.
Yeah, it's tough. I felt bad because I wouldn't know what that's like when it's light out when you go into a journey and you come out of the journey and it's dark out. You know, are you in a whole other dark
I
dimension?
didn't notice until like after the first thing I remember the first thing I said was like, oh my gosh, I never want to do this again. Oh my gosh, never again. Like I literally came out terrified because it was so hard to come back. It was so hard to come back. It was a challenge, dude. It wasn't just a joyride. It was, imagine this roller coaster went through space and time itself, and you felt everything, and it's just so overwhelming. That's the terrifying part, the overwhelmingness of it. And it's just a glimpse. And when I think back about that, it was like I opened my eyes for a millisecond and closed them again. That's how much it is. And I was there for what, 8 minutes before I just that's why I came back with like gasping for air. Because I fought my way back. I willed my way back. I might have moved a few things energetic wise here and there that kind of might have messed me up, but I think I chose my path. And my path requires certain challenges and obstacles. Whether I created them before I was reborn into this life or I'm creating them right now, I don't think it fucking matters.
Yeah.
The thing that matters is that I have to go overcome these obstacles. So yeah, man, these past 2 years have just been me overcoming the obstacles that I fucking saw in those realms. Like there was a moment when I felt the ego start to come back. Because I was like, oh no, my parents. Oh no, hemp. Oh no, this. Oh no, that. This, that, this, that, this, that. It started forming itself again. My ego, my conscience, this fucking form started forming itself again. Or I was able to start tuning back in. Huh?
Yeah, you get like a refresher, and then it always does though. Like I feel like no matter what you're never supposed to take yourself too serious because it's not that serious.
Yeah, I think if I ever do that again, I will have a completely different experience. Of course,
Yeah,
I
well,
would. Of course
you
I would.
just have more set of intent before you go into it too.
Yeah, intention and the energy would be. Hold on. All right, I'm back. So, yeah, if I ever do it again, it'll probably be a completely different fucking thing. I might see that same face in the beginning though, which was that face was scary. It was pretty scary.
What face?
The
That,
the floating neon cloud face that was looking at me.
damn.
It was like a sort of like a Joker clown, but it's in neon colors.
Jester. Oh man, you saw the jester.
A jester.
All right.
It was massive. It was the only thing I saw. That was the only thing that was seeing me.
A lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of. I've heard, not with the distinct color depiction you gave, but there's been a lot of accounts of a jester or something along those lines that people tend to come in contact with.
Yeah, Joe Rogan had jesters flicking him off, saying fuck you," and he said the lesson he learned that is he needs to take life less serious.
That's so true.
That's the lesson he was learning from those gestures, flicking him off.
Don't take yourself too seriously.
Yeah, we all take ourselves too damn serious. We gotta realize that.
I feel like, yeah, I got to the point where I'm not trying to take myself too serious. I joke around a lot, but I also get like a little skeptical on sharing things that I know, and I don't know why.
People aren't ready for it. Hold on, let me do something. Be right back. I don't like to talk about my interdimensional trips with everybody hearing and shit. People online can hear, I don't really mind, but people around me don't need to be hearing my shit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but we were talking about serious, taking yourself less serious.
Yeah.
It's always good. It's always good. I started taking my dreams and goals and aspirations and all those ambitions. I started taking them less serious. Not that I'm not trying to work for them and do the same thing, but you can do the same thing in a non-serious way. Again, this is I'm crediting to Sadhguru. He said, what do we do when, what have we been taught to do? Everything we've been taught to do has been taught to do it hard. You study hard. You work hard. You play hard. Nowhere have we ever been taught to do anything lovingly,
Go hard.
joyously. Like,
Yeah.
you can be the most workaholic and have a depressed fucking life, but still be enjoying economic success, but still be sad as fuck.
True.
So, hard, yeah. I think we all need to be a little bit more joyous.
True. I think so. Slow down a little bit in life in general.
This is why I'm watching to see where this election is going on. And I don't know, man. I'm getting that itch of going back to the other side of the world.
Yeah, make a little, you can save up some money to make that happen, or what?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't take me a lot of money to make that happen. And I don't need the Tesla certificate anymore. All I need is a plane ticket.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all I need is a plane ticket. You can get a tourist visa. Thailand has opened up, I think since October. You have to do a 14-day quarantine. I think that's the money I would have to save up for a 14-day quarantine. But if I go, I would pretty much want to have a job already lined up. So I can go there, chill for a little bit, and then go get a working permit again and do all this other stuff. Like, it's going to be way cheaper to go over there this time than it was the first time. So I don't even need that much money to save up. Plus, if I go over there with a job lined up already and over there,
I had to go and pay for all that education to be a teacher and all that stuff.
yeah, the certificate was an extra $1,200 plus living in cost of those couple of months. And yeah, but now I would just go there and be like, all right, I need to do a visa trip, pay for my visa over here, pay for my visa over there. But yeah, save up a little money and bounce.
You understand how that game works. Not much changes about it.
Nah. And plus, they're always seeking teachers at the university I used to work with. So that's always a fallback plan. But I want to see what the election holds, man. Like, if November comes and people start mandating shit, I'm out. I don't feel like fighting or defending something or an entity that doesn't give a shit about me. I can create communities anywhere. I can create wealth anywhere. I don't have this mindset that America #1. Nah, it's much easier in other countries. It really is. And I have somebody over there who's already interested in growing. Well, she's trying to grow weed. And I'm trying to get her to grow hemp as well. And they already have farmland and they already have machinery from their previous businesses. So 2021 is the year of hemp in Thailand, where things are going to start getting interesting. And yeah, I want to be there, dude. Hemp in Thailand is going to be boom, the next 5, actually it's probably around 10 years, multi-billion-dollar industry rising in Thailand alone. I'm going to help it. That's how I'm going to guarantee multi-billion. Same thing in India. But yeah, I'm getting that itch again, man. I don't know about you. These presidential debates.
Yeah, I just need somewhere with good Wi-Fi. So when I do this online mobility stuff, I'm gonna need to upload videos every so often. So that's all that matters.
You get your own Wi-Fi for like $20 a month. Get your own fucking router and
Make sure
shit.
that supplemental income coming in.
Teach Chinese students, bro. You can survive off 3 hours, 3 days a week.
I get it, but if I have that other cash flow, it helps me build. And what I can do in the meantime is also like
Yeah,
travel
but
to other places that
yeah,
I want to travel to.
exactly. I don't know why you can't work out around the world.
Oh yeah, no, I
Can
can't think.
stretch around the world.
Yep, can do the whole everything.
Yeah.
Can stretch the world.
Yeah, why not? I mean,
Already goes across the world being taught as a seminar.
yeah, you can
It's a
actually
cool
teach this
seems.
to people.
Yeah,
Have little classes. I mean, you can do it online too. It's all
I know that's the whole point.
everything is going online. So
It'll be interesting though. The time zones are way different. 14-hour difference.
plus four, yeah, 14-hour differences. A lot.
So if I want to teach it like at noon during this time here, 14 hours ahead, it's like 4 a.m.
No, it's
Oh,
2 a.m.
sorry. That's 12 hours. 12 hours is midnight plus 2 hours is 2 a.m., right?
Yeah, 2 a.m.
Yeah.
But if you teach at 6 p.m. here, it's 8 a.m. over there.
8 a.m., 6 p.m.
You teach at 10 a.m. Oh yeah, you don't like sleeping at. You like sleeping early, so you would have to teach in the morning.
I wake up early. I like waking up early. I'll teach at like 3 a.m., teach at like 1 p.m. here, 4 a.m.
For what? No, I think you're going backwards. You're adding.
Oh,
You have to add 2 hours to here to this time, and plus switch the AM PM. That's why I do it. I add 2 hours and switch the
so
AM
1
PM.
p.m. Oh, it's 2 hours, so it's 3 a.m. Yeah, 3
Yeah.
a.m. there.
So if
3
you
a.m.
teach over there at 1 p.m., it's 3 a.m. here.
I was talking about 1 p.m. here though, not 1 p.m. there.
So 1 p.m. here is 11 a.
Oh, it's we are plus 14 from them, or they're plus 14 from us. It's plus 14 from us.
Yeah, but the way you do it is you add two to their time or two to our time, and you flip the AM PM.
Yeah. So I said if I wanted to do it like here at 1 p.m., it would be 3 a.m. in. Oh, that's 14 hours. Sorry. Yeah, so it's not 3 a.m. All right, you're right. You're right.
So yeah, everything's possible.
Damn.
Everything's possible. But
It's 12 hours plus 2 more hours, so it's 5 a.m. Oh, I'm cool with 5 a.m.
take your clientele to the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Tell them you need to travel. Go to Southeast Asia.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do one-on-ones with people that I do it in America anymore. It's a
Yeah,
big business decision.
it's all
But
moves. It's all moves. It's all moves people can make. But you wouldn't need as much to spend.
context anyways, you gotta see how this cookie crumbles currently. Like we're legit in a situation that like opted to move back in 2013 because of seeing some sort of crumbling, not seeing the good direction of the way things are going, low-key afraid of the way things are going.
Yeah.
And now we're back, and now the things are kind of going the
The
crazy
cycle
way.
continues. The cycle continues.
Yeah, such is life. But nature is like the thing is this is a construct, and nature doesn't give a fuck because fuck what's happening within our like fabricated reality. Let's look at what's happening in like nature and like the Earth's real reality. You know,
Earth's
how we're
real, right?
destroying it.
Yeah, well, we can build systems of destruction and we can build systems of construction.
I know, but are we totally? Are we really past the tipping point of not being able to the point of no return in certain aspects?
I don't think so. I think humans have the innate capability to create shit out of their ass.
Or do you think that we're going to end up just killing ourselves as a species?
That's a higher likelihood than, yeah, that is a higher likelihood. My thing is like we can all get better, like the world can get better, but people's mentalities need to change. And for
Well,
people's mentality to change, Not
It's
good.
just the breeding. I think it's the environment, it's the culture. And if you don't take a medicine that gets you out of that bubble, it pops your bubble,
Yeah.
kills your ego,
Yeah.
stomps on that shit.
Laughs at it.
Yeah, otherwise, I don't think you can understand. It makes it very difficult to understand otherwise,
Yeah.
unless you're like some sort of actual physicist or you're like Donald Hoffman, who sees that this is just like a wearing a headset and it's a fabricated reality. It's all subjective to the person, to each and every one of us. And he
Yeah.
hasn't ever taken psychedelics.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about it in another podcast, and it's like a game. I live my life like a game. And I don't know if we got oof. Man, she doesn't like anybody passing by. But if we got to take life like a game, then you might as well learn to level up. You might as well learn to get to the next stage. You might as well learn how to play the fucking game, man. That's the thing. We all just gotta learn how to play the game. And we're all over here trying to guess, but we suck at guessing. Life isn't that bad. Society isn't that bad. It's the best it's ever been. Let's be honest. It literally is. There's no other time where society was better. There really isn't. No matter how offended you are with the social justice stuff or how fucked you think things are still fucked. But they were just as fucked, if not more, in the past. We've made lots of great leaps in the past 100, 200, 300 years. And now we're at a stage where we can actually have a peaceful world because we finally started to get that everybody around the world is the same as us. Yeah.
But people seem to like chaos, though, man. Chaos thrives.
I like chaos too. But chaos just means your destruction. And you can't build anything without destroying something. You can't build a new economic system without tearing out the old one. You can't build a new building without tearing out the old one. And that's what chaos is necessary.
True, but I feel like in the same sense, it's just, in a sense, it's not a system that's going to be destroyed per se. Don't you think? Like it's still there's going to be another empire somewhere else. That's what's been known.
If we make things, if we create systems that create empires, then yeah, we will have other empires. But we can also create systems of checks and balances that hold people accountable. That is super transparent. All these things are possible.
So who's poisoning the water with psychedelics?
Still trying to get everybody high on LSD.
Yep.
Wait, which way am I going?
I mean, there is, we've talked about this in the past where the dude who created LSD or found it, discovered it, gave it to the CIA, and all these Green Beret fucking soldiers quit the military, yo. That tells you everything.
Yeah.
After they did it, they tried it, and they quit the military instantly.
I think people who have committed heinous crimes should be given copious amounts of psychedelics so they can see their devils and they can get tortured. And
Even
they can feel the
people
torture.
take MDMA are having help, like being cured from PTSD, man, because of it.
Well, that's a good part. That's good, but
You want the bad. You want people.
I want the bad people to fucking face their demons in this reality. Like you wanna start having some real fucking changes in people's behaviors.
Yeah, instant karma.
Blow their mind. That's not even instant karma. It's instant vision of your karma. It's like you see your story and the things you're lining up, and hells do exist. Heavens do exist. These are real. Other religions have talked about them. They don't deny them. They say there's many kinds and many ways, and they're not the fire and brimstone that we've been made out to believe. That's not real hell. That's a religious manifestation of, well, that's a Judeo-Christian version of hell. Real hells are around us every day.
True.
They're here, just in a different realm. What realm do you want to put yourself into? What hell do you want to bring into your life? You just call this energy, and this energy will respond. You can call the devil out. You can. I believe so. You can call God out too. I think God cares less than the devil, because the devil intentionally wants to fuck with you. There's demons out there who do siphon out energy, and they enjoy your pain and misery.
Right. Yeah, they're the ones out there looking for that type of shit.
Right. So it's much easier to come into contact with these other lower
That
beings,
makes
because
sense. It makes me really even feel more concerned with how cool and when people do drink, if there really is low vibrational creatures that
spirits,
actually do pray there. Huh?
spirits,
Spirits, yeah, I
they're
know.
called spirits. But yeah, this is one reason I don't want to drink anymore. There's been many lessons I've learned when it comes to drinking, and all of them end with, yeah, you should probably stop fucking drinking. That's literally that's the message from the lessons. Stop. Just,
Alcohol doesn't bring about good things.
it can bring about good things. Only
Doesn't tend to.
true. Most people don't have the intention of alcohol bringing out good things, but they use alcohol to like reduce their shyness. And a lot of that is a placebo effect, in my opinion. They use alcohol as an excuse to start acting up and start doing shit that they might want to do naturally and normally. They lose the inhibitions that we normally have. So if you can teach yourself to be in a drunken, inhibitionless state, or not a drunken, but in a state of where you can lose your inhibitions, if you can just randomly go up to this cute girl and just start talking to her, if you can just start randomly dancing on like in the middle of the dance floor, even though you have no moves, that's what alcohol does to people. It gives them that, it removes your inhibitions. So if you learn how to remove your inhibitions, learn what alcohol is doing, then you can do it without alcohol. Like I have no problem just randomly dancing anywhere with my own music, because I can beatbox, so I can create my own music by myself. So I have taken on the personalities of drunkenness, but now I'm completely sober when I do it. That is my lesson. That's my positive lesson from alcohol. I did learn. I
don't think you need alcohol to really put yourself in that state. It's just people seem to think that they do.
Well, you don't need shrooms to get into the shroom state. It just like makes it way easier.
Kickstarts it, I guess. Yeah.
So in order for you to see
You don't
that,
feel like shit. You're not gonna wake up fucking hungover.
it's true. That's the repercussion of alcohol. Another reason you don't drink. Hangovers are the worst.
I mean, look at the things that supposedly bring us some sort of pleasure, but they come at that cost. I mean, prescription pills. The next day you don't feel very well, right? Like, say somebody
Yes,
gets high
the
on
side
Xanax.
effects.
If you've ever taken Xanax or you take any of like these opiates or these downers, right? You feel really high and loopy and good in the moment. The next day you feel like shit, or what have you. Most of the things that are bad for you, psychedelics, you don't really feel like shit the next day.
No, you keep learning lessons and appreciate
Yeah,
life.
you don't really feel like shit after cannabis the next day either.
I I feel
You can
when I
get
take
groggy and
copious amounts
tired.
of, huh?
You get cloudy and tired.
There you go. That cloudy and tiredness. And I noticed this past weekend when I took the drink, and I was like, the revelations weren't that, like, they were good. Like I enjoyed the feeling. I enjoy being high. I enjoy THC a lot. But I was so drowsy and tired the next couple of days. And again, the thing is that weed leads to me eating junk food. Whatever inhibitions and rules and things I have,
You
those
get
are out the
extra.
window when I'm stoned. I'm like, I don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm not as um the habits that I did have, I can easily break. And the things I'm trying to create, I can easily ignore. It puts me back into other cycles of doing shit that I don't really want to do. And yeah, weed is tied to me eating junk food and playing too many games.
Mm.
And
A word. So are you cutting cannabis out again or what?
yeah, but this is I'm not cutting it out, but I don't want to do it as much. And when I do it, I don't know. I I I need to overdose. I know you can't, but I need to try.
That's a copious amount of
Take
weed.
a copious amount. Like I'm not trying to be chill and relax. I'm trying to fucking have entities give me secrets.
I don't know where you're gonna find that. You gotta talk to somebody who makes the most potent stuff on the planet.
I have done it on edibles. But the thing
Even
is that once I do it one time with one kind of edible, I can never do it again.
especially with that same edible.
Yeah, with that same edible, it never happens again. Like, I think you'd be able to do it if you take a gram of
You gotta
shrooms and
take
like
two of those same
150
edibles.
grams of edibles. I think that's what I'm going to next. A gram of shrooms and 150 milligrams of edibles.
Oh shit. Right.
Because the shrooms give you that access. And a gram is enough for you to be able to tap into that realm, but not enough for that realm to be completely overwhelming you.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have that and you have 150 milligrams of edibles, which makes you more able to feel more. The thing about weed is you're able to feel more. You're more empathetic with weed. I was a complete fucking jerk before weed. Like I was borderline sociopathic, in my opinion. Because I was desensitized with video games and I was desensitized with most fucking things. You know how many people I virtually killed? Millions. Millions. I have I have I have led to the virtual deaths of so many beings. So if you count that as well, if you count that as quote unquote real because your consciousness doesn't know what's real or not, I have been a general so many times and led my troops to fucking victory and defeat so many times. Like, so when I was younger, I grew up on violent video games. Not that I'm saying it's bad; it's just the reality of what it is. I grew up on violent because they're fun. Violent, video games are very entertaining. I like gun games more than I do racing or sports or whatever. I just like the aggression. I'm sorry. I'm a fan of testosterone and violent video games get my testosterone pumping.
Yeah.
It's real. So when I started smoking weed, I started noticing that these behaviors were very not only selfish, but they were near borderline sociopathic. Like I didn't really care about other people's feelings until I started feeling what they felt. I didn't care about other people's perspective until I started seeing it from their perspective. And that's what weed did for me. It gave me the ability to feel around me and my thoughts and put myself in different kinds of shoes. That was the beginning of a lot of things for me because I changed my major right after that. A year later, I was like, no, a couple months later, I was like, man, fuck being business finance major. All this shit is bullshit. Like I literally started that weed changed my life.
Huh.
It did. And
Your
now I
parents
think
probably weren't too happy about that.
they were not, and they still aren't. But I mean, what are you gonna do? I'm an adult. Like, you can't tell adults what to do or not do. I'm not hurting anyone.
Right. No, it's your life, your decision. You should
Right.
live it. Whatever your choices, you're making the
Right.
said consequences, whether positive or negative, are based on your choices. And you can always say you live life on your terms.
Yeah.
That's what matters most.
That is what matters most. Living life on your terms, even if sometimes that means you go through pain. Go through it. Go through the pain, because
Grow through that shit. Grow through that
you
shit.
can't run away from it.
Nah.
There's
Run
that
to it.
wall.
Run towards it.
Run through it.
Yeah.
That wall is gonna be there forever. I mean, if you don't face that wall, that challenge, that border, whatever the hell you want to call it, you're never gonna be able to progress. And this is where I think a lot of people get stuck with PTSD. They get stuck with trauma. They get stuck with past experiences and start developing anger and jealousy towards other people and other people who have they think have hurt them. And even if they have hurt you, you holding on to anger doesn't help you. It doesn't. Nobody's saying go forgive them and let them do it again. No. Learn your lesson, but move the fuck on. And I know it sounds completely emotionless and baseless, but that's what the fuck I've done when I've been in the deepest of whatever fucking despair I was in. Like, I didn't get someone's shoulder to cry on. I didn't fucking get a therapist. That to me is if you need it, you need it. But there's you can do it yourself. If you think you can't do it yourself, get help. But you can do it yourself. Because all you're doing with a therapist is going over the same questions I asked myself. I question everything, including myself, and all my actions, and why I did this, and why I did that, and could I have done it better? Right now, these questions are not that big in my head because I'm not that worried anymore. But I have done these things. I have broken down my psyche and my ego and everything. And I have gone into what do I really, really want from life. And I have had these deep moments where I've realized that everything will disappear. Even the sun one day will die. So what the fuck are we over here complaining for? Why aren't we just having the most amazing time? Why can't you just be happy every day?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it seems so disattached from reality, but reality disattached from truth. Your reality is disattached from truth. You have a what's it called? A pebble of information compared to the solar system that is existence. And you think your life is bad. It might be, but it's always going to change. And it can get worse if you don't make the choices to not let it get worse.
Mm.
Here's the thing, bro. Most people won't leave their house unless they get kicked out. Most people won't leave their city unless they get kicked out or for some reason travel or get a job or something. A lot of people like to stay really close to the things they know, and they like to stay in the same
Yeah,
circles,
comfort.
and they're very comfortable. I'm not. I'm thinking about moving to the other side of the world again, starting over again, and that excites me. That gives me like energy. I'm not afraid. Do I have a job right now over there? Nah, but I'm pretty sure I can get one. Like, it's not even confidence. It's true. I can. Things are
Mm.
over there. There are other opportunities that you can chase. You can do other things. You don't have to always be who you are right now. And that's one thing I did love about leaving this country is that I was able to redefine myself, and I was able to understand why other people in other ages left their family and all their comfort, and they went off to explore and they became adventurers. Yes, because sometimes what people around you and what you think and what people around you or what you think can do or your ability is more than you know, and you won't know that until you've put yourself in situations where you've had to fucking do it or perish or
Take
not
your
eat.
phone.
Like
Yeah.
many times I worked because I needed to eat. There were many times where I didn't have a job in Thailand, where I was just living there, using my little savings to see where I'm going to go next and what I'm trying to do. Things always came up. Jobs always came up. But there were many weird, hard times where I felt fucking alone. That's one thing I don't have in Thailand. I don't have family. I don't have someone I can just come to. I don't have anyone I can just be around with just to, I don't feel alone. Nah, man, I had to deal with that loneliness by myself. The people I knew over there, temporary people, temporary friendships, temporary relationships. Everything was come and go, come and go, come and go, come and go. And I can't connect to people that keep going. And then that creates a bias within me that says,
Yeah, because you're trying to go too.
it's true. Well, I started becoming one of those people. I got into that same fucking habit, and it destroyed me in the end because it turns out I'm not an emotionless fuck. I actually do have emotions, and I do care about people I'm in relationships with, and I do want them to be happy. Boom, surprise.
Oh shit, you're human.
Yeah. So that karma has been heavy on me personally. I've felt so much guilt from all the past shit I've done to like in my past relationships, and like the regular, they weren't even booty call. Not most of them weren't booty call relationships, but just like temporary relationships, like the flings. I have hurt a lot of people, or I feel like I've hurt a lot of people. A lot of these girls have already forgiven me though. For whatever thing I could have done wrong, I've never hurt them. Of course not. I'm a gentle person.
It's all in your head.
Yeah, it's all in my head. It was all the guilt I had in my head. I had way more guilt in my head than whatever the hell she was judging me for. Like I have cheated on
Yeah,
a girlfriend.
it's all. It's never as bad in reality as it is in our mind.
In my mind, and I saw that during the DMT trip. It was a big, big fucking thing with me, and I think this is what I've been dealing with for the past 2 years because I don't crave going into a relationship. I want to have sex, obviously, a biological being. I have these fucking urges, but I don't crave being in a relationship because I didn't think I was good enough, or I didn't think I was, yeah, good enough was probably the best thing. I wasn't a good person. I took on the persona of a fuckboy. I adapted it, and it was just opportunistic. It was just the persona you got to get into if you want to live that kind of life. And
Yeah.
if you do want to talk to multiple girls at the same time, you kind of have to become a little bit emotionless.
I feel that.
You have to put walls between them and you and them, and you have to recognize that just like you can walk out of them at any point in time, they can walk out on you on any point in time. And there were a few girls that were like great fucking beings of light, and I feel like I hurt them. And I've been dealing with this for a minute now, but now again, I'm in this zone, and I just started meditating again, and I just started doing my regular practices. I don't even know what to call it. I made up my own meditation, so I started doing my own practice.
Yeah.
Because that puts me in different realms and different energies and different vibes, and that's the vibe I'm on.
It's also getting really close to another time around the sun for you, man. The energy's about to rise real high.
Yeah.
Your birthday's coming up.
Birthday's coming up. Yeah, my birthday's coming up, and I don't know. I'm a person who makes drastic changes every year and a half. I've noted down in my thing, like every couple of months, every year, there's cycles I go through, and there's cycles of breathing and there's cycles of exhaling. The cycle I just passed was breathing. I did so much in the past 3 or 4 years that it took me 2 years of just chilling the fuck out to reallocate myself, man. Because coming out of that DMT trip is like, there's no set state. And so I think I've slowly found the frequency that I was aiming for. Because you come out in a big fucking thing. So I know you can't see me, people, but there's a big wave. And little by little, that wave starts decreasing as you start fine tuning into the reality that you want. And I was living in a straight line. DMT hit. All of a sudden, boom, waves, and then again settling down, going like this. And I'm not saying that's gonna happen next time. Next time could be a completely different fucking lesson. Who knows? Who knows?
It's always different. Ayahuasca is different every time.
I still need to try that. I still need to go meet the. I'm assuming it's a goddess.
Let's go to Costa Rica and go to Rhythmia.
All right, that sounds good to me.
Do some ayahuasca there. I'm down for another journey.
Yeah, I'm curious about the journey. That's where I'm at. I want to have that experience.
See,
want to have
that's
a
the thing. So it's like for you, go to Thailand or also invest in that journey. Which one comes first? You know what I mean? And you gotta like set out a plan with an action plan of how are you gonna bring that funds to make all of that happen for you.
And yeah,
Create that reality.
more than plans, I need action. And there's many things I'm taking a little bit of action here and there.
I'm saying action plan of action. You know what I mean? What can you do right now? What can't be done until X gets done? You know what I mean? Like literally write it out, envision it, know exactly what's gonna happen, what you need.
I have business plans written down already. Action is the only thing I'm missing. Execution is the only thing I'm missing. Like I have written a lot of the ways and organizations. I have written them down already. It's just I need to start doing them. I've been looking into how to make a website recently, just starting up, really fucking watching YouTube videos just because fuck it, dude. Like
You trying to make one from scratch, like using code and stuff like that, or you're just gonna use like Square?
no, I'm looking at the templates. Coding seems fucking annoying because then I have to learn design. I don't want to fucking learn design.
Yeah,
I'm horrible at design. I'm good with concepts, ideas.
They make it so simple nowadays. It's not necessary.
Yeah, well, I'm learning those. I'm looking into those.
I mean, it's not like it's super duper simple, but it's like the templates are pretty cut and dry. You just fill in the information and find the template you want type ordeal.
Yeah, I mean, I just got pissed off at WordPress because I guess their template system got even easier now. But before, the template system was garbage.
Yeah, and I heard the WordPress was more along the lines of the type where you use code and you create your own website.
You have potential to use code. You can't put your own code in there. But yeah, you can't have your code. You can't do it the code way. You can also do it a template way. But I'm looking at other things that are not WordPress because WordPress already pissed me off. So I'm looking at other options.
Yeah, I have Squarespace. I have a website through Squarespace.
I'm looking into Squarespace right now.
I also did Wix, and I prefer Squarespace over Wix.
Yeah, I'll probably go into Squarespace. But yeah.
Because you can also do e-commerce on Squarespace too.
That's exactly what I need. E-commerce. That's exactly what I need. But anywho, if you guys are listening to this, you can now find us on YouTube. Change yourself, comma, change the world. There is a comma in between the name, just because.
And I'm at Corey Renbarger on Instagram.
Oh yeah, we also have an Instagram. Not Corey. Change yourself. Change the world on Instagram as well. Facebook.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm gonna do Facebook. I don't care about Facebook.
I stay off that app.
I don't want to be part of that game. Instagram is still doable.
Yeah, even though it's owned by Facebook, that's the closest I'll get to Facebook is Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, WhatsApp's still owned by Facebook too, though.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh man, but at least it's encrypted, or so they say.
But because yeah, or so they say. Who knows if they can read our messages in the back end? Because I still think they can read our messages in the back end because your message still has to be saved somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe the encryption muddies the message in and of itself, so there's nowhere it's nowhere saved in the database. That seems very odd that they wouldn't have all the messages there.
Well, and if the name Facebook is involved at all, I find it very odd that there's
Mm-hmm.
zero recording of information
Yeah, there probably is tons of recording of information.
and recording and collection of data for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, no Facebook, Instagram, change yourself. Change the world. YouTube, change yourself, change the world. Hopefully, and with enough videos, I'm just trying to put enough keywords so that anytime you click that, I'm gonna be at the top. Because right now, I think I have more content called "Change Yourself, Change the World," but I don't have enough views.
And did you take that hashtag too?
Yeah, I have. I'm gonna put it on every video, so I'm gonna flood the market with "Change Yourself, Change the World," so I could be number one. That's my goal.
Taking it over.
Yeah, because nobody has a channel called "Change Yourself, Change the World." Actually, one lady has a channel called "Change Yourself, Change the World," but I haven't seen her show, so I don't know if she's competition or not. But she stopped making videos, so
What does she say?
I don't know. I haven't checked out her channel, but maybe I should. Maybe I should reach out to
Yeah,
her.
listen to the competition.
Yeah, gotta demolish. But all right, man, I'm gonna let you go because I know it's your bedtime and shit.
Definitely past my bedtime.
Good time.
This is the
Good time
latest
talking to you, bro. Good
episode.
good stuff.
A good chat. It was
Yeah,
good
man.
to talk to you. And good to see that fuckery of a debate.
Yeah, that Trump 2020. All
Yeah,
right, man.
man, I don't know. I'm not voting for anybody again. I'm just not gonna vote again. Damn it.
You gotta vote locally though, but that's a different topic for a different time. All right,
For
guys.
sure. Locally, yeah.
Have a good night.
President, the fuckery just is like the fuckery. Like, what does that matter?
You gotta start cracking the ice though. You gotta vote for like the Peace and Freedom Party or something, bro.
I'm voting for whatever third
Vote for
party
Kanye West.
is running. I'm vote Kanye.
Vote Kanye West. I think
I'm
he's
just
running
gonna
for
go to
vice
Trump.
president. I saw someone named Kanye West as vice president with a middle name. I'm not sure if that is the Kanye West,
I
but
think
he's
I
on the
got
ballot.
one.
He's on the ballot.
Really?
Yeah.
I
If you
should
check it
probably-
out.
I should probably
It's-
open my official ballot.
Yeah, open mine today. Kanye Omari West for vice president and American Independence.
I'm voting for that person.
Well, I don't know, but the person Rocky de la Fuente Guerra, that's the president running for the American Independent. I might want to check him out just for fun.
Prop 18, Prop 19, Prop 21.
We gotta talk props later, but most
All
of
right,
them,
I need to understand these things. You gotta tell me them.
I'm gonna make videos for I'm gonna start a Ricoverse channel and put the videos of the props there, because I'm just gonna read through them and fucking hammer it out because there's a lot of fucking going on in these props. And a lot of things like
Yeah, I'm gonna vote for Roque de la Fuente, Guerra, Kanye, Mario West.
Yeah, there you go. One more vote for Kanye West.
Yeah, fuck it.
I honestly think people should vote for themselves for president unless they think other people will do a better job.
This is my ballot, huh? So I gotta vote here. I
This is-
voted.
You don't have to vote here. You can go to the actual polling place and vote. I might do both. I might fill it out, take it, and still try to go vote over there and not turn this one in, only because I want to see how the polling places are here in California, because these people are crazy, man. Democrats are crazy. They're already seeing problems with mail-in ballots. They're finally seeing problems with mail-in ballots. But the fuckery with a mail-in ballot is much higher than the fuckery in any other form of voting. So if you can only do mail-in ballot, go for it. If you can go to the polls, go to the polls. I think you can. You just gotta make sure you turn it in at the right place. But with that being said, we'll say good night.
We're gonna change ourselves, change the world, and I'm going to bed.
For sure.
Good chatting with you, brother.
For sure, man. Later.
I want to chat about these men.